same as it ever was, but there's gotta be a better way. It's the same as it ever was, but today's a different day. You and me couldn't make that change, but it's the same as it ever was. We better start today. A revolution is a battle between the future and the past. The battle's never over, but the future's gonna last. Malcolm had an ex, yo, and the king had a dream. And like Spike Lee said, yo, you should always do the right thing. If the world's full of anger and everybody's got a gun, then what should I say, yo, to my teenage son? Mandela did lockdown for 28 years, but there's millions more, y'all, still raining down tears. I say it in my own house, and I say it on the street. I say it on a record, yo, I say it on a beat. I paint it on the wall, y'all, until everybody sees. When we all see justice, then we'll all see peace.
Ava Rendler, like many other Holocaust survivors, believes there is no justice in the world. My classmates and I must create peace as well as justice in the world for all who have experienced injustices like those of Zahava by not being a bystander. Zahava Rendler.
Renata Neiman. Justice is a personal thing. We were permitted to live here. We were permitted to become citizens. We were permitted to go to school. Justice is goodness. Renata Neiman.
Lisa McVitie. Justice is being fair to everyone, just as our Constitution reads. Liberty and justice for all. It does not matter what religion. It does not matter how short or tall you are. It should not matter. If I were a judge, I would not want to see the people I was judging. I would only want to hear their stories. Lisa McVitie.
Annalise Yosfat. Justice is fighting for your rights and speaking up. Annalise Yosfat.
Matt Yosefat. Justice has to be for everyone, not only the rich and the affluent. Justice means fair treatment for everyone. Justice is for everybody. Matt Yosefat.
Sonia Milrod. Justice is doing something that's morally and ethically right, which is the justice Sugihara exhibited when issuing visas to Jews during the Holocaust. Sonia Milrod.
Monique Rothschild. Justice is the golden rule, when everybody has the same access to the same rights, the same privileges. Monique Rothschild.
Maria Hyman Festin-Hamel. Justice is doing good always. Justice is the young man who helped us escape. He was doing good. Maria Hyman Festin-Hamel.
Trinity Johnson. Justice is an emotion and relationships that try to bring communities back together after such tragedy and so much horror. Sometimes an apology and forgiveness can be justice. Justice won't back down. Trinity Johnson.
Dean Giacometti. Justice is every person is entitled to all that is legal, and justice is being treated fairly. Dean Giacometti.
James Tojo. Justice is equal opportunities for everyone. Justice was when the discrimination of Japanese was negated in Congress and when miscegenation laws were reversed. James Tojo.
Patrick McHugh. Justice is righting wrongs. Knowing the story of veterans allows us to bring justice to them because their story will not be forgotten. Patrick McHugh.
Ed Hausfeld. Justice is being treated with dignity and respect as children of God. People should work in their lives to see that the goals of justice are met, and to understand that everyone has a different perspective. Ed Hausfeld.
Mark Crane. Justice is equal opportunity within the eyes of the law. It is important to recognize our standards and realize that we expect all to have equal opportunities. When we see inequality, it would be fair and appropriate to use your voice and say something. Mark Crane.
Mark Fontana. Justice is trying to do the right thing, even if it is difficult or inconvenient or tiring, for the most people that you can. Mark Fontana.
Caleb Daniel. Justice is an action that would make up for some type of wrongdoing. Caleb Daniel.
Ed and Debbie Kentrup. Justice is the golden rule, to do unto others as you would have done unto you. Justice means to focus on the victims, because there is so much focus on the offender and there is very little focus on the victims. Ed and Debbie Kentrup.
Jeff von Handorf. Justice is the right thing being done. In our world, common sense should come into play when decisions are made. Jeff von Handorf.
Marianne Ronker. Justice is doing what's right, knowing what's right and then doing it. Marianne Ronker.
Kathy Thomas. Justice is everybody being treated fairly, regardless of race, religion, money, no money, or physical or mental disabilities. Everyone should be treated fairly. Kathy Thomas.
Krista Lorenz. Justice is the truth and right to prevail, and to try to understand that everybody has a story. Krista Lorenz.
Candace McConaughey. Justice is being a voice so things aren't overlooked. Each child just wants to have a home and just wants to be loved. The most important thing is to love and to bring justice to the hearts of everybody. Candace McConaughey.
Rabbi A.B. Ingber. Justice is asking yourself, how do I know when something is just? You have to ask yourself this whenever you are about to do something that is questionable. Justice is the pursuit of righteousness. Rabbi A.B. Ingber.
Daniel Hughes. Justice is making things right. When there has been a breach in the relationship and there is brokenness, sitting down with both parties and figuring out what it would take to restore the relationship. That is justice. Daniel Hughes.
Rabbi Sigma Quran. The Hebrew word for justice is zedek, which means that things are fair and equal and that everyone has an equal manner of access. It is fairness. Rabbi Sigma Quran.
Troy Bronsink. Justice is collaborative neighborliness that combines healthy boundaries with grace. Troy Bronsink.
Rich Jones. Justice is being just and treating everyone with equality and treating folks around us with neighborliness. Justice is standing up for people and building right relationships. Rich Jones.
Father James Schutte. Justice is God's justice. That's every single person, regardless of age, sex, race, or creed, are loved by God and loved forever. We are deserving of mercy and grace in this world and are especially in the next one. Father James Schutte.
Georgia Cerebus. Justice is some people do right things and some people do wrong things. Try as much as you can to be nice to people. Georgia Cerebus. Dimitri Cerebus. Justice is using your brains. Greece gave the whole world justice through democracy. Dimitri Cerebus.
Naima Hassan. Justice is doors that are open to us. Justice is when people are given rights, but these rights do not jeopardize the rights of others. Everyone is equal. Naima Hassan.
Teresa Bird. Justice is equity. Justice is equal access to all, but equality does not mean equal access. Justice is when there is equal access. Teresa Bird.
Peter Lee. Justice is every person that gets to stay in this country. Justice is fighting vigorously for an individual and getting the best possible deal for that person. Peter Lee.
Jean Kopegorodsky. Justice is a big idea, and there are many different types of justice, such as civil justice, criminal justice, and common sense justice. Common sense justice involves personal character. All of these types of justice tie in together. Jean Kopegorodsky.
Juan Lim. Justice is every person getting a fair deal, no matter their life situations and the facts about themselves they cannot change. Juan Lim.
Fred Wyerko. Let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream. Fred Wyerko.
Xiaotrun Liao. Justice is everyone striving to do the best they can with the opportunities given by God and society. Justice is everyone doing the right thing. Xiaotrun Liao.
Jose and Valeria Arroyo. Justice is to make the most of opportunities. Justice is knowing others. Jose and Valeria Arroyo.
Rose Oliver Jenkins. Justice is fair and moral retribution to people who have done something that's not good. Everyone needs to be accountable for the way they live their lives. Sometimes justice is painful. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. Rose Oliver Jenkins.
Robert Loftman. Justice is that everybody is treated equally, and justice is treating other people the way you would like to be treated. Justice is centered around the golden rule. We should treat others the way we would like to be treated. Robert Loftman.
Louis Sirkin. Justice is being a good sport and being fair to everybody and treating them the way you would want to be treated. It is just giving them an equal opportunity. It is so important because, as the free speech advocate that I am, there is a time and a place for civility. Louis Sirkin.
David Singleton. Justice is fleeting, it is deeply flawed, it is something we aspire to, and it is written in our Constitution. Justice is understanding that we are human and that we make mistakes. Justice is taking the time to see the humanity in each other. David Singleton.
John Hassong. Justice starts with the common good. The wall that blocks what should be rightly done and what is not done should be removed to maintain the common good. We have to be militant about keeping the common good in mind. John Hassong.
Patty Luhrmann. Justice is a right that gives everyone the opportunity to become better if they work hard for it. If we are consistent, responsible, honest, and a hard worker, we can accomplish our dreams. Patty Luhrmann.
Sister Patricia Rooks. Justice is sharing the goods of the world and the opportunities of the earth equally among all races, creeds, peoples. Working for justice brings peace, which is a sister of justice. Where there is justice, there will be peace. Sister Patricia Rooks.
Sister Christina Barch. Justice is to be in right relationships with one another. God will treat us how we treat the widow, the stranger, and the orphan. Sister Christina Barch.
Diane DeBevic. Justice is when all people have equal access to opportunities. There is justice in being taken seriously. It is important for us to speak our minds and our opinions so that we can be heard, but we must also listen to what others have to say and respect their point of view in return. Diane DeBevic.
Moira Weir.
Justice is equal access for people to have medical care. Justice is trying to reach people in a non-judgmental way because we don't know what a person's story is, so they should not be judged until we know the trauma they have experienced. Put yourself in another person's shoes so you can greater understand his or her story. Moira Weir.
Sabrina Smith. Justice is every kid getting a better outcome. Justice is when a child gets adopted by a wonderful family. Justice is when a child has become a productive part of society, changing the lives of others for the better. Sabrina Smith.
Jamie Ponte. Justice is, whatever you're doing, just remember there's someone out there who has another perspective. Justice is understanding that there are always going to be differences, but we need to have access to fair opportunities. Justice is understanding that maybe we can't change the world in a really big way, but there is much we can do by simply saying, "Hey, how was your day?" or just smiling. That is the beginning of justice. Jamie Ponte.
Carrie O'Hara. Justice is when there are enough resources and there is enough support and there are enough people who care to be able to offer support and resources. Justice is leaving this place a little better than how I found it. Carrie O'Hara.
Robin Lamont. Justice is stepping into the space and putting yourself into situation and asking the question. Justice is figuring out how to promote equality. Robin Lamont.
Tim Carson. Justice is the consequences of a particular action or thought, getting exactly what you deserve. It's universal, across the board, and sometimes it's not what a person wants. It has to do with truth and honesty. Tim Carson.
Dr. Grushin R. Beltman. Justice is an honest recognition of the true value of yourself and of others. It comes from the genuine belief that you are just as valuable as the next person. So we need to treat others just as we want them to do to us. Dr. Grushin R. Beltman.
Lauren Christakos. Justice is righting a wrong. If we see a wrong and we know that we can correct it, then that is most definitely justice in the making. Lauren Christakos.
Vince Costello. Justice is making sure people are always treated the same, because sometimes people can be discriminated against because of their personal view. Regardless of what they believe in or how they speak, we are all human beings and deserve respect for who we are, and deserve not to be discriminated against. Vince Costello.
Mark Lehman. Justice is an equitable distribution of burdens and benefits so that some people do not carry an unfair amount of burdens while other people get an unfair amount of benefits. Mark Lehman.
Nicola Pietosa. Justice is an unquestionable belief and respect for the sanctity and dignity of life. To create good karma, we must have positive thoughts, positive words, and positive deeds. Nicola Pietosa.
Mark Canute. Justice is the embodiment of fairness. It is not so much that everybody gets $10,000 in a new car to start their life. It is that they have equal access to the basics, which is adequate medical care, safe housing, adequate transportation, the opportunity to get education, and the opportunity to work. Each individual needs the opportunity to develop as a human being. Mark Canute.
Kalima Johnson. Justice is the business of recognizing when there is injustice and teaching other people how to be justice seekers. Justice is the idea of being able to gather at the idea of people getting fair treatment and that people have the access to the resources they need to live full, happy lives. Kalima Johnson.
Same as it ever was, but there's gotta be a better way. It's the same as it ever was, but today's a different day. You and me couldn't make that change, but it's the same as it ever was. You better start today.
They can try to divide us, they can try to increase all the pain and suffering. But this is everybody's street. There is just one love, y'all, and there is just one beat. And when we all see justice, then we'll all see peace.